Okay. Hello, Rising 5, or should I say Primary 1 parents, by the time you see this video. Because I took wonderful Primary 7 sailing and the weather wasn't that great, we didn't do our meeting, and for that I'm really sorry. But I did promise you that I was going to make a video of information that I wanted you to know, but really a bit of a pep talk. I tried to do it the other night and realised that I can't do these things unless I'm a bit nervous. So I have made myself really nervous by doing your video at the start of our prize giving. So I'm speaking not only to you, but to all of the children and staff in our school. So the first thing I want to say to you is that your children will be very welcome. At the end of this video, there will be a link that you can follow. There'll also be a link in the method that we're sending this out, so that you can actually watch a video that the upper stage has made showing you all of the school, the playground, where everything is, and things like that. One of the things that they didn't do is to introduce all of the members of staff, partly because we didn't actually know who all of the members of staff were going to be until yesterday. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the members of staff, or tell you who the staff are going to be. So, you've all met me. I am Mr. James. I am the head teacher. The teacher of the primary 1 to 3s will be Mrs. Cameron. The teacher of the primary 4 to 7s, and this is what we didn't know until yesterday, will continue for most of the week to be Mr. Milton, and the rest of the staff currently remain the same. So that is 2 PSAs currently. That is Mrs. Will and Mrs. White, though we will be getting some additional PSA hours, but we don't know how that's going to work out yet, and Jill will continue to be the administrator. So, what do I want to say to you and your children? The first thing is that when you arrive on the first day, August the 17th, not August the 16th, arrive as close as you can to 9:15. You, because you will have new primary 1s, will be able to enter the playground. All the rest of the parents will not. So you can walk through the crowds at the gate with your heads held high. Bring your children into the playground. They can run around and play if they wish. When the bell rings, what will happen is that we will bring the other children in so that we can instruct them on exactly what we want them to do just inside the door, and then they will come back out again, and we will introduce each of your children to their buddy so that they can then come in themselves. The children will come in with their buddy. You, I'm afraid, will not be allowed to come in. As it stands at the moment, the COVID regulations say that you will not be allowed to come in. We will then sort your children out. They'll wave goodbye to you. If you're going to cry, please make sure you've got down to the bottom gate and around the corner so there's no chance of them seeing you before you cry. Okay? I understand this. I personally didn't cry, but my wife did when the children went to the school for their first day. But I dragged her out of the playground and made sure she was a long way away so that they didn't see it. Because your crying transfers onto the child. And very often, children who cry are not crying about them, they're crying because their mother is upset and they don't want to upset their mother. So, no crying. That is your first rule. At the end of the day, your children will arrive at the bottom gate. Okay, the teacher will take them to the bottom gate, and the infant children have to wait until somebody is there to pick them up. If you are late or you're going to be late, Please, if you realise you're going to be late, give us a ring before the bell goes, because the children will accept it much better if they have a couple of minutes warning. If you can't do that, or you're in a dead zone or whatever, it doesn't matter. We will keep your child until you arrive. We've all been there, we've all arrived late for our children. Well, I'm not sure about Mrs. Will. The next day, the second day, if your child really needs you to bring them into the playground, bring them into the playground. If they're going to manage from the bottom gate, let them come in from the bottom gate. It will absolutely help their self-confidence if they start managing for themselves right from the beginning. Their buddy will help them with what they need to do with lunches, packed lunches, bags, etc. And the sooner they realise that they are a pupil and they don't really need you, the better it will be for them and then for you. Okay? School uniform. We're not really a good example today of school uniform, which if you carry on watching this video you will see, because we're doing extra things today. But we've got two colours of hoodie. You've had a notice of what the school uniform is. We will not be sending children home if they're not wearing school uniform. Currently, the children can't wear clothes for more than one day at a time, so there's a lot of non-uniform wearing because people haven't got five sets of uniform and they don't have time to wash every night. So right now, we're not worried about uniform. As you can see, I'm really smartly dressed and absolutely wear my suit every day. We try to be casual. One of the things about the uniform is that it gives them a sense of identity. And if you look around and you see the children, a lot of them, even though it's a dress down day, are wearing their sky blue hoodies because they and I love them. And you will see hats as well. Not today, a bit hot, but later on in the year. Finally, if you need to talk to anybody about anything, please ring us up. If you want to talk on the phone, arrange an appointment. I cannot stress to you how important it is that we know what is happening in your child's life, because then we can help them. If things are going wrong at home, you can come and see me confidentially. I will not be telling the other members of staff what is going wrong necessarily, but I might tell them that something is happening and we need to keep an eye on that child. If you are having difficulties in your relationship, it doesn't matter how much you try and hide it, it will get out. The children will pick up on these things, and if we know, then we can help with that side of things. So whatever it is, whatever problem you've got, we are here to help. We are your first line of the way into the authority and the help that can be found within the authority. And also, if you don't know where to go for help, come and talk to us, because I may know, and if I don't, I certainly know who to ask so that I can find out. So we are your first line of support as well as the teachers of your children, so use us. But apart from that, we're a happy school here. We've got all of our children here. We're just about to do prize giving, which if you stay on the film, you will actually get to see. It's lovely. Some of you will, or most of you will be staying on because you've got children here anyway. So that is going to be the end of my talk now. And I'm actually going to talk to the boys and girls, so I'll probably be looking at the camera less. But thank you for watching, and we're looking forward to seeing all of you and your pupils, your children, next year. Thank you.